Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Maddie and I post all things Sims 4 here on this channel. So if you guys are interested in keeping up with me and the things I'm doing in the Sims universe, please go ahead and click that subscribe button and leave me a like if you like content like this. If you guys have any suggestions, concerns, problems, let me know down below in the comment section and I will do my best to help you out. But yeah, we're just going to jump right on into it because we obviously read the title. So this is all about my Sims natural birth journey, and we use Panda Selma's childbirth mod to enhance the realism and just give us the feel that we need. So anyway, jumping right on into it, me and my boyfriend had a discussion about babies and he literally told me no thanks. That our relationship probably wouldn't survive if we had a baby, and I proceed to cuss him out like I definitely don't know what he's talking about. But that's okay. Sometimes you just have to really express how you feel about certain things. Like, no, babe, we're great. And little do you know I'm already pregnant, so you must get on board. You've got to get on board. We end up wrapping up our night. I felt good about the baby talk, even though he said no thanks and that basically we would not survive. But we're going to put that to the test. And I really do think the updates that Sims is coming with is really cute. Okay, I do like the fact that, me and my significant other can now cuddle in bed. That's really cute when we go to bed and whatnot. But I hate how The Sims gave us so much bare minimum crap. And then when they give us something really good that they should have already given us, it's like, oh my God, it's so cute. Because it is so cute, but like, dang, we should have been had this, but it's okay. And of course, you can't even really see them cuddling because of my custom content in bed, but that's quite all right. We just know they woke up with a great mood from being held all night, and I thought that was very cute. But anyway, moving right along, the next morning, my SM is feeling great. She just found out she's eating for two, so we are going to tell my boyfriend, who is currently cosplaying as an elderly man right now. Okay, I don't know why when you get stuff for, your main character Sims, your female Sims, y'all know what I'm talking about. And then the men go play in it, like, stop doing that. Oh my God. But anyway, she finds out she's eating for two, and then she goes to share the news with her baby. And he seems excited, even though he said we weren't going to last, but that's okay. And my son went to go play in some makeup, which took off her custom content skin for some reason. I don't know. But anyway, she still looks cute nonetheless. So not too much of my gal here, but I just figured we would go ahead and call the obstetrician and figure out what we're going to do with this new baby on board. So it tells us that choosing the right birth method for you and your baby can be a daunting task. There are so many different options, it can be easy to get lost in the medical jargon and confused by the countless delivery practices. Which method are you considering? So thanks to the childbirth mod, we've got plenty of options. We can do the surgery machine, we can do a natural delivery, we could do a cesarean section, a home birth, and then of course you can go to your regular pregnancy checkups. So of course, for me, keeping everything on natural, I want to go with a home birth, just me, my boo daddy, and my house, and my birthing pool with my little doula slash midwife. And after I selected home birth, it says many parents contemplate home birth because they want to avoid the high-tech atmosphere and medical interventions of hospitals. Others prefer the freedom and ability to spend labor with loved ones. If you choose to give birth at home, you may call your midwives once you go into labor. They will arrive at your home and assist you until your baby is delivered. So from this point, I get a notification that lets me know Aubrey has chosen home birth. If you change your mind, you may call your obstetrician again at any time to choose a different birthing option. So there is that. So we're going to get this pregnancy underway. But before we jump right on into it, if you guys are looking in your build mode to buy all the things that you need to buy for your birth and for your aftercare for your baby, you'll just type in Panda Sama in your search bar and it'll bring up everything. So your birthing pool will be there, your pillows will be there if you're going to do a bed birth, breast pump, your breast pads, just all type of stuff. So I do have to be very upfront and honest with you guys. My Lamaze class did not work because I thought reading instructions was for losers. Okay, it's not for losers, guys. You need to pay attention to the instructions, otherwise you might miss out on something really cool, because I was just thinking it wasn't working, but it's working just fine. I'm so sorry. So essentially, you need to go ahead and manage your worlds and go to the hospital and build on that lot and place your Lamaze table and stuff before you actually go to the Lamaze class, because then you'll show up like I did, look around like, where's the class at, when you did nothing to prep for the class. Right. Okay, so just learn from my mistakes, read, and then do, guys. Okay, I don't know, I just am not one for reading instructions for whatever reason. But me and my hubby head back home and we have us a nice little dinner, and he feels great about being around a silver spoon. I feel great about going to the hospital. I mean, great. Great. And the next morning I have woken up what could only be described as violently ill. I am violently ill, okay? Not just ill, violently, okay? There is something going on, and she got the sour stomach saga. She's got to use the bathroom. There's just so much going on this morning, and she is not feeling it, not one bit, okay? And we can add delusions to the list, child. Baby got her delusional because apparently she thinks she in a marriage. I don't know when she got married or proposed to, but she's feeling like she's in a wonderful marriage because she has the housewife trait. Okay, girl, nobody is going to stop your shine. Go ahead and, yep, throw that up. I'm gonna wake your boo daddy up so he can come clean up that toilet because that's what he's good for right now. Okay, I'm sick. I don't need to be cleaning anything. He needs to wake up out his sleep and come polish this toilet, okay? And after breakfast, my girl has hit her second trimester, so she is officially showing, and she's feeling all the love, and she's feeling all the discomfort, okay? All in that back, okay? But another thing I really just do like about the Panda Sama mod is the fact that it comes with these really cute animations that your sim will just do when she's pregnant, and it's so cute. So I go ahead and get my parents-to-be dressed for the day, and we go ahead and try to see if we can get this Lamaze class to work again, even though I did nothing different from the last time, okay? I thought it was broken, y'all, but it wasn't. But it's okay, because we ended up going, and I ended up just getting some blood work done. My hubby wasn't feeling good. I call him my hubby because that's what it kind of ends up to be anyway, child. But we go ahead and head to the hospital where the Lamaze class is supposed to be. I'm still feeling a little sick, obviously. And how about I'm thinking the doctor is cute. Right after my man tells me that he is very satisfied in the relationship, okay? I have this instant attraction to this doctor here, okay? And she even gets flirty, y'all. Flirty. Look at her, giggling it up. And I'm like, no way. No way. Look, 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 look. She cannot help herself. But anyway, we didn't do the Lamaze class, obviously, because I told you guys I did not read the instructions. So while I was there, I was like, let me just go ahead and get some blood work done, okay? No harm, no foul. But even getting pricked couldn't stop the blush, okay? So the man said we're done, no news is good news, and I hurriedly get my girl up out of there before she ruins the family that ain't even started yet, okay? Her man right there. Right there in the room. Look at I gotta get her out of there. So we go for the ultrasound next, okay? Gotta keep this family oriented. Gotta make sure she's got nothing but this family right here on her mind, okay? Unfortunately, you can't go with your Sims to the ultrasound. It's a rabbit hole, but what I do like is when you get back from your ultrasound, you do get the ultrasound picture in your Sims inventory. So it says Aubrey's back from her gynecologist appointment. She will find her ultrasound examination results inside her inventory. And of course, you'll see it right here, and you're able to hang it up around your house like you would if it was a painting or something. I decided to hang up mine by my kids' bassinet. Ooh, and we're getting things back on track. Mr. Vic keeping everything back on track. Like, that's my girl. Look how he looked at her like, that's my girl. Yes. Strat, honey. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just so proud of this sim that I made. But anyway, we make it on back home and I make me a little something to eat. Now, one thing I will say I really do like about this mod as well. I'm not sure if honestly if it's this mod or if EA just made an update with pregnancy or not, but I really do think more than likely the mod. But the engorgement of the breasts, okay? My girl's boobs have legitimately doubled in size, so shouts out to whoever did that, okay? Because I haven't been pregnant without the Panasama mod since all the updates, so I really don't know. That's why I said that. But anyway, in the spirit of nesting and becoming a new mom, your girl knew that she needed a bigger house because this is only a one-bedroom house. But I really do like the layout of this house. I think it's really cute. So essentially, I just made it bigger. But anywho, now that we've got the house situated, we are going to go for our next pregnancy checkup. And then it says, experience exceptional care on your journey to parenthood with our pregnancy checkup services. Our comprehensive packages include essential pap smear, ultrasound, and state-of-the-art facilities and personalized care. Trust us to support your path to a healthy and joyful pregnancy. So here we go. We're back at the hospital. And your girl's got a gown on this time. So we are just going to check in with the doctor and get seen. So she goes in to draw my blood, make sure I've got a nice juicy vein and whatnot. Obviously, my sim is not living for this, but it's got to be done. And, that's about it as far as we're concerned. My boo daddy, he's not feeling so good, so I go ahead and let him get seen by the doctor because, we can kill two birds with one stone. We're already at the hospital. Go ahead and let her draw your blood and see what's going on in there with you. That is too funny to me, his little owl. That really must have took a lot out of him. My boy was sweating.
Dravoy Blues Day.
Now you trying to play it cool like my girl wasn't in the room, was she? And when we make it back from the hospital, we feel our first baby kick. It says Aubrey's hand was rested on her baby bump when bam, a tiny human decides to throw a swift kick to her ribcage. Yeah, she didn't like that. She was very uncomfortable. But side note, are these two not the cutest mom and dad? And how about this love show decides to call my man, who's a father-to-be, talking about to sign up for 7 wild dates? No. Are you kidding? His love ain't for sale. Hang up that phone. And right after that phone call, my sim decides to get into the pool and sunbathe naked on the pool floaty, which would have been fine if the pool wasn't in the front yard. But I was like, listen, she's close to being due. Let me just leave her alone, okay? I got this little birthing ball so she can do some exercises. Have Vic rub her back because her back has been killing her. Because my baby is looking real plump. She about to pop any day now.
Sula?
Schwebeb.
Now, I'm going to be very honest because I'm all about transparency. I don't know what was up with this animation, but it wasn't working right. All right, y'all see this? All right, it wasn't working right, so y'all heard it from me. Now, there was a recent update. Panda Summer just had a recent update. So this could have been fixed. I'm not 100% sure. My sim is pregnant again, but we haven't done this yet again. So I'm not sure if they've corrected this animation or not, but just letting y'all know I am aware of that. So I'm not quite sure. Okay. But anyway, she gets on the birthing ball and she starts doing her little exercises or whatnot, opening up that birthing canal. I'm not really sure if that's really what it's doing. I've never had a kid before, y'all, but if I were to take a guess, that is where my guess would lie. Anywho, the phone is ringing. Y'all remember Wonder Pet? It is the doctor, and he basically tells me, "Hey Aubrey, hope you're doing well. Just wanted to let you know that we've got your blood test results, and it looks like you have Rh negative pregnancy. No need to worry though. We've got everything under control. You can come in for a quick, easy ROGAM injection." Okay, not quite sure. Once again, I've never been pregnant before, y'all. I think that's when the blood is incompatible between you and your baby daddy. So you got to get this shot so that way your body doesn't try to reject the baby. I don't know. I think that's what that is. Feel free to correct me in the comments. But anyway, we're back at the hospital so I can get this injection. I go ahead and tell the doctor, hey, sugar is here and I'm ready. Let's go. So I get up on the little bed, she gives me the injection quick, fast, and in a hurry. And then she says, hope you're feeling all right after your Rogaine injection. It's a simple procedure that goes a long way in protecting your pregnancy. And then, of course, remember that they're here for you. They care. And as we're on our way to take a dump, I check the moodlets and we get another baby kick. Aubrey's hand brushed against her baby bump when suddenly the baby delivered a swift kick that left her feeling like she had a wiggly alien inside of her. It was an indescribable sensation that left Aubrey feeling both amazed and slightly weirded out all at once. Yeah, I can definitely get behind the weirded out part. And for some reason, right before we left the hospital, we just had to clean out all the dirty dishes in our inventory. And I get a call from my boyfriend saying he had a dream about me being followed by Grim. So I'm like, okay, you're not going to freak me out while I'm pregnant, about to deliver this child, okay? Why would you scare me like that? And for him to say I'm in danger is absolutely wild. So now I've got to be strong for the both of us and say, I think I'm fine. Which, oddly enough, gave my sim an inspired moodlet that says, death becomes me. Like, girl, please. But soon after getting back from the hospital, Aubrey and Vic decide to go for their second ultrasound. And then we do have that picture as well. And we also get a moodlet from the ultrasound that says exciting news because of ultrasound examination. It's exciting to find out the gender and number of the upcoming offspring. Now the setting up and decorating of the nursery can begin. Little do they know, it's already started and finished, honey, okay? We are proactive and getting our bodies and our minds right to deliver this baby. We're doing a little bit of meditation, just calming the mind, easing things. And my boo daddy wanted to take your girl on a date, so I was trying on some outfits. I was like, "Ooh, this kind of cute right here." But we didn't even end up wearing this because I guess it was a black tie event. I don't know. But he gave me a little shoulder rub before we left. He was so sweet. But we get to the restaurant, what I thought was going to be just a regular day. He goes to check us in because, my man said we already had reservations and whatnot. Okay, he already knew what your girl was going to get. I didn't even have to order it. She's so enamored. The food comes out, it looks wonderful. Okay. And then y'all, he pops the question. Look at her face. She won't ready.
Oh, yes.
Look at that rock. Look at that rock. Ah, they are so cute. And y'all hear my obsessant clicking. Like I am a proud parent right now. This right here was the cutest, okay? And we earned ourselves a wholesome dynamic. Anywho, next morning your girl is on this birthing ball because we was feeling some extra movement to help relieve some of that pressure. And now your girl has gone into labor. So Aubrey is bursting with anticipation and the baby, of course. So my first instinct was to get in this pool with my man, but then I was like, oh wait, I got in fully clothed. Let me get back out and try this again. So then she gets in her swimsuit and then gets in the pool. I think it's so funny how she corrected herself. I don't know, maybe that's pregnancy brain for you. That was a little too real. I also do want to point out that those birthing pillows should be on a bed somewhere. However, I put them in the pool because I wanted it to look cute at the time. But yeah, they don't actually use those pillows for birth in the pool. That's strictly for a bed birth. I didn't want to do a bed birth, so just putting that out there. The pillows go on the bed if you want to do a bed birth. But anyway, your girl got contraction pains, and yeah, you'll keep up with how your Sim's doing via the moodlets. So it says obvious contractions are definitely uncomfortable but manageable for now. Perhaps she should rest up while she can. And then of course we do also have a moodlet from our water breaking. She thought doing this at home would be very relaxing, but that is not the case. Obviously, having a baby is not relaxing, but I do think having it at home probably is the better way to go about it. But anyway, my husband's freaking out. I keep calling him my husband because, we're engaged, child. We're engaged. Anyway, he's freaking out, but he says, I'm here for you. Okay. After cuddling in the pool. That was so cute. But he's just trying to make sure that we are good, the baby's good, and we'll call the midwife here shortly. And he likes the fact that we're on the same wavelength. That's cute. So after we finished up being all cute and picturesque, I was like, okay, we've really got to get this baby out because your girl is in pain. She's super uncomfortable and she keeps making this face, and I hate when she makes this face. So call up the midwife, get her on the line, and get her over here. I had to go collect her from down the street. While she was down the street, I don't know, but I had to go collect her. Like, hey, girl, we got a baby to deliver, so please come on and check this baby. Now, was I expecting her to check me outside? Absolutely not. Outside in my front lawn. Okay, to be more specific, children, neighbors, anybody could have been passing by, and you are fingers deep in my cootie. But she says, almost, you're 9 centimeters dilated, you are almost there. The temptation to quit will be the greatest just before you're about to succeed. Hang in there. And so about an hour later, after walking around and using the birthing ball, I'm like, okay, can you please check on this baby now? Because I need to figure out when we can get her on up out of here. Because like I said, I hate when my sim makes this face. But anyway, she's getting a little read on the baby, but then she tell me she couldn't get a clear reading. And that she's gonna try again shortly. But for me to relax. Don't fear your own body. Girl, I'm not fearing my body, I'm fearing that you can't hear the baby. You just told me you couldn't get no reading. So now I'm like, okay, check the dilation again. Let's see what's happening, how far along we're doing this. And my man trying to be all nice and cute right now. And I'm accepting it because I got to take my brain off this pain right now for a little second. But we're trying to deliver a baby, honey. Okay, we could talk about all this cute stuff later. Okay? So once she finishes up, she says, I can see the baby's head. You are fully dilated. If you would like to do a water birth, that would be a good time to get in the birth pool. So that was our next stop because once again, she's making this face. And Aubrey has learned that Tanvi is a medical intern at I Fell Down, a wellness center. All right. We didn't need to know that, but Thank you for the information. So your girl is now at the worst contractions there are. She's trying to push through them, breathe in and out, okay? Up until it's finally time to actually give that big final push to welcome my baby into the world. She's checking my baby, make sure everything's good down there, and now she's like, okay, I think it's time. You can come on, roll on over, and let's give this a shot.
Falpim. Narbo.
And checking back in with her, she gets a moodlet that says it's almost time. The baby is ready for their debut. Aubrey can feel the instinctual urge to push. Fortunately, she is rested and energized for the task ahead. So, we're about to deliver this baby, y'all. And when I tell y'all, this man is cracking me up. Like, I ain't gonna look too hard. I ain't gonna look too hard.
Oh, Pomady. Zagu.
And so before you officially push your brand new bundle of joy out, you get to name him or her. Luckily, I have a girl because I set up this whole nursery for a girl. Luckily, I've got my beautiful baby girl, Akua. We give that final push and she gets delivered and I get to hold her in the birthing pool and it's just the best time. Honestly, Panda-sama, they really could not have done a better job with this mod. How realistic it was, legitimately. Like, y'all, if I could have showed you everything, I would have showed you everything. Like, it was so realistic. Apart from there not being like an umbilical cord cutting, absolute beautiful job. And that honestly isn't even necessary. That's just like a little add-on. But this was probably the best pregnancy I've ever had in the Sims world, and I just so happened to catch the midwife farting. And something really cool that was added in as well was stretch marks after you deliver your baby. I thought that was awesome that they put that in there to add to the realism of the game, okay? And then, of course, my good-for-nothing fiance child, he don't care nothing about me just pushing out this baby. He just want some fun time, but I had to tell him, my breast is hurting. So yes, you'll get moodlets letting you know how engorged your breasts are full of milk, letting you know which breast you need to pump. You can pump right, left, or both, depending on what's going on with them. The moodlet will let you know which breast is, engorged and whatnot. And then the box next to it is those boob pads, so that way you won't be left with an embarrassment moodlet because now you've leaked through your shirt or whatever the case may be. So very realistic on that end of things. And then when you finish pumping, you can go ahead and put it right in the refrigerator. And when you're ready to feed your child, you can pull it back out the refrigerator. And on top of pumping, the pumps, you can set them anywhere in your house. And then when you click on them, you'll just use them anywhere in your house. So you don't actually have to go and get the pumps to use them, which I like. And then obviously when you're ready to feed your baby, you'll just warm it up in a nice warm sink like you would for a real baby. And of course, you're going to test it out on your wrist. Make sure it's not too warm for your baby. And then go ahead and feed him or her. And I didn't mean to breeze past this, but you also will get like your child's feet print in a portrait as well that you can hang on the wall as well, as long as the birth certificate and the ultrasound. So you get a lot of this memorabilia stuff with your pregnancy as well.
Amudio.
But after all that hard work, me and my man had some things to catch up on, okay? We just wanted to get goofy, be silly, okay? Because we're about to be married. Let's not forget that, okay? Wedding coming soon, baby. Anywho, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Please let me know with a like and a comment. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave it down below in the comment section. And I'll see you guys back in another video.